and trust.
Wilbur Dixon's service to our country spanned 3 wars: World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. KLTV7's Joan Hallmark brings us this story of one of the last Tuskegee Airmen in tonight's Freedom Fighters.
And then I went to Squadron Officer School.
Wilbur Dixon says he was always an airplane bug. So at age 16, just out of high school, he enrolled in the Tuskegee Air Cadet Program.
The only aviation program for we were colored then. That meant, says, if you were Indian, says, or whatever else, says, that is where you went.
The heroism of the Tuskegee Airmen in World War II has since been documented in movies and on television. But at the time, their contribution went unheralded.
We didn't know about their reputation. It wasn't publicized.
From Tuskegee, Dixon went into the Army Air Corps in 1946. World War II was over by then. But unfortunately, the Japanese on Guam, where Dixon was stationed, didn't know it.
And they would bring their little artillery out at night and fire at the ships in the harbor, and then go back in the caves.
Guam was riddled with underground caves, and Dixon was on a demolition team assigned to open up the caves. Only 4'11" at the time, who later grew to 5'7", Dixon was the only one small enough to get in some of the openings. That almost proved to be his undoing.
As I got up with both elbows on the tops, as he saw me coming out, and I guess he thought I was Japanese.
Oh, gosh.
So he pushed the plunger and says, now, I know what the guy in the cannon feels like.
Dixon went on to serve in the Strategic Air Command in the Korean War and served 2 tours of duty in Vietnam. The first as a medic and the second piloting F-94s.
They moved the infantry out, says, and we had to take care of the whole area. Says that's where I got a Bronze Star and a couple of air medals.
After serving in the Army Air Corps, the Army, and the Air Force, a total of 26 years, Wilbur Dixon retired in 1972. Although he admits that at times he faced discrimination in promotions and in outside positions, he says there was only equality among his peers.
The military community is one of the best communities we've been in, let's put it that way.
A community of freedom fighters. Joan Hallmark, KLTV 7 News.